A guy in a hoodie just raised $10 million for an app that lets you rate your friend's breath. His company folded in 14 months. Meanwhile, 3 miles away, a man who owns a pest control company nobody's ever heard of just bought his second beach house. He kills cockroaches for a living. That's not a joke. That's the entire story of how real wealth gets built, and almost nobody's paying attention. Here's the uncomfortable truth Silicon Valley doesn't want you to know. The businesses that make the most reliable money are the ones that are the most boring to talk about. Not AI, not crypto, not the next big app. Try laundromats, vending machines, portable toilet rentals, gutter cleaning, junkyards, funeral homes. Nobody's making a Netflix drama about a guy who owns 40 car washes, but that guy might be worth more than half the startups you've read about this year. So today, we're breaking down why boring wins, and exactly how ordinary people are quietly becoming millionaires doing the stuff everyone else refuses to do. Let's start with the most famous investor alive, Warren Buffett. In 1972, Buffett bought a candy company called Candies for $25 million. Not a tech company, not a rocket company, a candy shop, boxed chocolates. That's it. Over the following decades, that boring candy business sent Buffett over $2 billion in profit. Buffett has said plainly that Candies taught him more about business than almost anything else he ever bought, because it had something most exciting companies don't. People buy it every single year, without fail, no matter what the economy is doing. That's the first rule of boring money. Predictability beats excitement. So why does boring actually outperform exciting? 3 reasons. 1. Low competition. Nobody dreams of owning a septic tank pumping company, so very few smart, ambitious people ever try to enter that market. Less competition means you can raise prices and nobody undercuts you. 2. Unsexy businesses solve problems people will always have. Pipes will always clog. Trash will always need to go somewhere. People will always die and need funerals. These aren't trends, they're permanent human needs. 3. Boring businesses are cash flow machines, not hype machines. A tech startup might burn cash for 5 years chasing growth. A laundromat makes money from day one, coins in, cash out, nothing fancy. Let's look at real companies built on boring. Waste Management Incorporated, literally a garbage company, is worth tens of billions of dollars. They collect trash. That's the whole business model. And it's one of the most stable, highest margin industries in America because everyone produces garbage forever. Rollins Incorporated, the parent company of Orkin Pest Control, has quietly become one of the best performing stocks of the last 30 years, outperforming plenty of famous tech names by doing one unglamorous thing extremely well, killing bugs, on a recurring contract, for millions of homes and businesses. Copart, a company that buys and resells wrecked, totaled cars at auction, is now worth over $40 billion. Nobody wants to talk about salvage yards at a dinner party, but Copart stock has quietly outperformed many trendy tech giants over the past 2 decades. None of these companies have a cool logo. None of them went viral on social media. They just show up, do the unwanted job, and collect the check every single week. Here's the part that really matters, and it's psychological, not financial. Most people avoid boring businesses because boring feels beneath them. We're wired to chase status, the shiny app, the trendy brand, the thing that makes people say, wow, at a party. But status and money are not the same thing. The guy who owns the vending machine route isn't impressing anyone on a first date, but he's making $4,000 a month in near passive income, with almost no competition, because nobody else wanted to do it. Boring businesses are basically a hidden tax on ego. Anyone willing to swallow their pride gets to walk into a market with barely anyone else in it. This isn't just big corporations. Regular people are doing this right now, on a small scale. There's a growing wave of entrepreneurs, sometimes called the boring business movement, buying up small, unglamorous local companies, HVAC repair shops, landscaping companies, dry cleaners, plumbing businesses. Why? Because the current owners, often baby boomers, are retiring in huge numbers over the next decade, and many of these profitable little businesses have no one to take over. A landscaping company doing $800,000 a year in revenue might sell for a fraction of what a flashy startup with zero profit is valued at, because buyers have been trained to only want exciting things. That mismatch, real profit versus perceived excitement, is exactly where the opportunity hides. So what can you actually do with this? If you're thinking about starting or buying a business, run it through this simple filter. Does it solve a problem that will exist in 20 years, not just this year? Does it have low glamour, and therefore low competition? Does it generate recurring, repeat revenue, not a one-time sale? If you can answer yes to those 3, you may have just found your own boring gold mine, the kind nobody's fighting you for. We're taught to chase the exciting thing, the app, the trend, the next big idea. But wealth has never cared about excitement. It cares about consistency. The businesses quietly making millions aren't the ones on the magazine covers. They're the ones cleaning your gutters, fixing your AC, and picking up your trash, showing up every single day nobody else wants to. So maybe the real question isn't, what's the next big idea? Maybe it's, what's the boring job nobody wants that you're willing to do anyway?